I'm talking about what's happening in reality with me right now. I'm starting a trade later in life and I'm documenting what I'm doing. If you're over 35 years old and you're thinking about getting into trades, watch this video first. I am in my late 30s and I just made a transition into HVAC. So I'm going to share what I've been learning so far. One of the biggest things that affects persons starting over later in life is they feel that it is too late. Or they may be thinking in their head, I'm late, is it too late? So one, because you will see a lot of persons who are way younger than you doing the job. For example, in my case, it's HVAC. The guy that I'm working with right now is way younger than I am. So you need to check your ego if you're a person who doesn't like being told what to do by a younger person, because at the end of the day, that is the person that will be training you. So if you have a problem working with a younger person, that will be an issue. Secondly, a lot of persons starting over or starting a trade or trying to get into a trade, they are thinking about their family responsibilities. You have kids, you have bills, you might have a house or you might be paying rent, and you need a specific amount of money to ensure that those bills are taken care of every month. So you have to think about that. And then there is the general fear of starting over. You're going to wonder if, am I making the right choice? Persons are ahead of me, I'm behind. So your brain is thinking a lot of stuff, but you just have to weigh your options and think about your future and think if this is a path that you want to take. And the next thing, as I said earlier, a lot of persons will be comparing themselves to others in other field. But you have to realize other person might be ahead because they have been doing the same career for a longer time, so they have built stability and built up their reputation in that field. So what I would say is focus on what you are doing. That's what I am doing, and that's the same advice I'm giving to you. Next, we have to be realistic. We have to talk about the realities. You will likely work with somebody younger, as I said before. If that's a problem, you're gonna have a problem. So you just have to go in knowing that you will have to work with, or more than likely you will be working with somebody that started in the trades like from they were 17, 16, from they were like 18 years old, 19, 20, 21, 22. So way younger than you in your 30s or 40s, but you're there to learn. And trades work kind of different from a normal career because you just need to get competent, and competent comes through repetition. So this is something that you have to go through. One of the biggest things though, you will have to take a pay cut. For example, in HVAC, you are not starting at the top, you are starting at the bottom. So you gotta make up your mind to take a pay cut. It depends on what you're switching from, because if you're switching from a career that you probably don't really like, and you're getting into HVAC that you like, or you get into electrician work, or you're getting into plumbing, you might have to start at the bottom. And more than likely you will start at the bottom because they will look at you as somebody that is green. That means you're new, you don't know anything, you're not billable. You're not really an asset to them. They have to train you, which costs them resources. So you just have to know that you might have to start from the bottom. Adults, we tend to have mastered a lot of things before, running, talking, walking. So you're competent in those stuff. But when you go into a new environment or you enter a new trade, it's gonna feel uncomfortable, it's gonna feel awkward because you're learning, and then again sometimes you're learning from somebody that is way younger than you are. So to make up your mind that you are gonna grind through this uncomfortable period. And I'm not talking about I'm not just talking theoretical stuff. I'm talking something that is practical, that is something that I am doing right now. So I am living it right now. Because right now I'm working with somebody that is actually training me right now. He's way younger than I am. I'm in my late 30s. That guy is like probably 29, 30. But we have a good relationship going on so far. I've been there like 3 weeks. Yeah, I'm learning to be a service tech in HVAC. So yeah, you just gotta know that the guy, somebody training you, might be younger. So just have that in your head. And guys, a next thing for persons considering getting into trades and are in their 30s or 40s or over 40s, don't look at social media and think that, oh, I should be here, or this 18-year-old is doing this, or this 21-year-old super tech. Don't look at social media. Social media will make you feel like you're not doing anything. And a lot of that is just a highlight reel. It's not real. They're just showing you probably the best part of their life at the moment. So I just want you to understand that progress is slower than what you are seeing by a lot of these persons on social media. So just have that in the back of your head. Sometimes we might look on being older and think of it as just being a disadvantage, but that's where you are wrong. Being older can be an advantage. It can be an advantage these ways. One, you're more mature. You're older, so you're more mature. A lot of times, from what I'm seeing going with the technician, a lot of customers like to deal with mature persons. They can communicate better. They care more about their job. And also, they communicate better. And a lot of person might just think about trades and technical skills. But let me tell you, communication, from what I'm seeing, is one of the biggest things in trades. Because especially if you're working, say, for example, residential, you have to talk to homeowners or customers every single day. And just by communicating with them, that's a big thing. So if you can communicate well, that's a plus for you. And also, when you're more mature, you're thinking more long term. You're not thinking about getting the job today and leaving. So that's a big thing that I see in trades. And also listening to the technician, he was telling me that a lot of times person might come to the job and they stay like 2 months or 3 months, then they leave. Or a person just watch him and say, I don't think this person is going to be here for very long. You know, so you are more reliable, and a company that is running needs reliable persons, and being older, more than likely you're going to be more reliable. Not everybody, but because employers love consistency. They don't want persons coming today and not coming tomorrow. They're running a business, so they have to have consistency because they have their schedule or their jobs that are scheduled. What to focus on is pick one trade. Pick one trade. Stay long enough in that trade for compounding to start. So your skills will compound, and also by skills compounding, more than likely your money will start compounding or start raising also. Will get more. Your money will get more. Don't chase every opportunity. As I said, pick one trade that you like, research about it, ask persons. You can ask questions in the comment section below. And guys, remember to like, share, and also leave a comment. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about theoretical things. I'm talking about what's happening in reality with me right now. I'm starting a trade later in life, and I'm documenting what I'm doing. So if you're interested in following me for that, click the subscribe button, drop a comment, ask me a question about getting into trades. I have just entered into trades, so just ask me a question. And always remember, you're getting into a trade, I would advise you to try to build up your skill set first rather than running down the money. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to build up my skills in HVAC, and then the money will more than likely come. So guys, that's my advice for anybody getting into trades. You can comment in the comment section below. What trade are you thinking about? Or if you're just switching careers over 30, switching careers over 40, comment in the comment section below. You might help somebody. And thank you for watching.